So if you're curious on the personal mindset shift that I learned that has made all of my trauma healing work way more effective, then keep watching because this video is for you. Hi, I'm Brittany Rochelle. I'm an anger alchemist helping you to alchemize rage to live a magnificently melanated life. And I realize that I look like a highlighter and I'm just going with it because orange is a power color for me. So that's what we're doing. So in this video, I'm going to share with you ways that you can actually make all of your work around healing trauma way more effective. As you may or may not know, I've spent over $20,000 working to heal my own trauma, and this is one of the most effective mindset shifts that I've learned, and I think you should have it for free, so keep watching. So often when I was coming into doing my own trauma work around being a second-generation cult survivor, around sexual abuse, around workplace harassment, I thought that if I would go to therapy, then I could be fixed. And this idea that I was broken as I was, and if I go through all these processes, then I'll one day arrive at some like magical scenario where I'm fixed, where I never have to think about those challenging thoughts ever again, where I never have PTSD, and where I'm just like some hypothetical perfect person. And should not surprise you to know I never got there, and I don't think that's even truly achievable. And for so many of us, we know that trauma is something that can stay with us for decades. Not that it has to, but it is really possible. And I think that it can often change and really morph who we are. And when we try so hard to go back to the way we were before, can actually be really disempowering and make us feel stuck and really powerless. And so the mindset shift that I have discovered is all about being able to see yourself and use your own trauma healing as really integration. So what happens for so many trauma survivors is that we can often decompartmentalize ourselves and even disassociate with different parts of ourselves and think that if we go into one memory, then we will fall into an abyss, we'll go into a depression, we won't be able to handle it, we will be overwhelmed and we'll be crazy for the rest of our lives. And yet, in my own experience working with trauma, getting comfortable and being able to hold space for myself while also having space held for me by amazing therapists and somatic coaches, I've learned that it's really not about getting to some perfect state where you're fixed and you no longer have any struggles, but it's more so about being able to build the ability and kind of this muscle and build your own flexibility to know and get to a place where there's nothing you can't feel, where you know that if certain memories come up, that you can go there or that you can contain them, which I have a different video on, and you know that nothing is really going to overtake or overpower you. And for so many of us, including myself, I know that it's been a process, a multi-year journey to get to a place where we build up enough confidence and real belief in ourselves and our own emotional capability in order to really get to that place where we feel there's nothing we can't feel, where we aren't living in terror and fear of thinking about certain things because we aren't sure if we're going to be able to survive even having that memory. And one of the most helpful things for me in my own journey has been getting into somatic practices, body-based practices. And that's really what I've dedicated this channel, Magnificently Melanated TV, to be about. I also have lots of videos on 5 of my favorite trauma healing tools, as well as different ways that you can really gently, slowly, and in very simple ways build up a stronger and stronger internal world and relationship with yourself and the way that you hold yourself that can be so transformational in the way that you are able to heal and integrate your own trauma. So I hope that this video has been helpful for you. If you want even more content, check out my other Magnificently Melanated TV episodes. And you can also get my free ebook, Melanin, a Reclamation, where I share more of these amazing somatic tools that have been so helpful for myself and for so many of my clients in healing their own trauma. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.